All right, it's time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. And you never know, it could be yours.
It could be yours. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
All right, thank you, nephew. Subject, I don't like his features. Okay? Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm a 41-year-old beautiful woman with a lot going for myself. I modeled underwear when I was in my 20s, and I still have the body to prove it. When I usually meet men, it's because they comment on my body or my looks. I finally met this great guy that isn't shallow, and he's taking his time to get to know me. He's 44 years old, and he's 6'4" with big brown eyes. He's not my usual type because he's not that handsome, but I decided to try something different. Kissing him at first was awkward because he has a long, pointed nose, but I learned how to work around it. We discussed hygiene early on, and he must have heard me loud and clear because he started to groom his beard and his mustache better. He wears baggy sweats a lot, and when he's out and about. When we go out, he's in jeans and a long button front shirt. I told him he dresses like a teenager, and he said that I could not change everything about him, so I let it go. Then I realized why he dresses like that, and I was disgusted. After 6 months of dating, we went on an anniversary trip, and I decided this was the perfect time to have sex for the first time. I had never seen him with his shirt off or anything. When he took off his baggy sweats, all I saw was hips and a big booty. He has a six-pack, small waist, and hips curvier than mine. I could tell he was ashamed, so I tried to act like it wasn't a big deal. It was so hard to be intimate with him, and he could tell that my vibe was off. The facial features are fine, but the hips and booty sent me over the edge. I already know that my girls are going to flip out if they find out. I know nobody's perfect, but this is a lot. Would I be shallow to dump him because of his features? Well, you know, it is shallow. It is a bit shallow for you to do that. I mean, but we all like what we like, and obviously we don't like what we don't like, and you don't like hips and a butt on a man. And that does sound a little shallow. It is what you like, though, because first you're talking about how beautiful you are and how your body is great and how the men, you know, talk about your body and your looks and all of that. And, you know, then you talk about how unattractive he is, or he's not your type because he's not handsome. Well, that's okay. It's just that if this is a good guy who treats you well, he's clean, he's smart, he's kind, don't throw him out just because you don't like his hips and butt. I don't know. And you're right. Men aren't supposed to have hips and butt. We are, but there are exceptions to every rule. I mean, is he a good guy? Does he treat you well? You know, how does he make you feel? All of that, you know, do you see a future with him? Then, you know, you decide if you want to stay with him. If you absolutely can't deal with this man and these curvy hips and this butt, then you got to move on. That's just it. You know, you got to move on. What can I tell you? If you don't like him, get out of there. Steve?
Yeah, you got to move on. You got to just hips and butt. Shirley.
What?
You sounded totally uncomfortable dealing with this letter. Because you don't like to hurt and insult people. And I've known that about you for years, a wonderful, kind characteristic that you have.
And you don't either.
I, on the other hand, ain't got no problem with either one of those. So now I have to ask you a couple of questions about this letter because I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. When a woman says a man has hips, exactly what does she mean by that?
You know how a woman has hips? How a woman is
No, I don't. Explain it to me.
A woman has a small waistline. You know, she has that silhouette, small waist and curvy hips.
Yeah, Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah, Coke bottle figure, right. Well, that's kind of what she's saying about him. He has curvy hips. And a big butt. That's what she said.
He got a flat stomach and a six-pack.
And a small waist.
But he got curvy hips and a big butt.
She said, yeah, they're curvier than hers. His hips.
All right, I got it. Let's go with the letter. Here I go. Just needed some clarity on it. All right, here we go. Now, this 41-year-old beautiful woman got a lot going on. Used to be an underwear model. She fine. Let's just get that out the way. She fine.
Is that it?
She 41. She's still fine. Got it. Want it. Believe it. All that. Now, you meet men, they talk about your looks and your beauty. I believe that. The lady ain't lying. But she been taking this time to get this guy that really trying to get to know her. He's 44, 6'4", big brown eyes, you know what I'm saying? But he's usually not that type. Now, let's go back to the title of the letter. I don't like his features. I was told in the 9th grade by Annette Bills the reason she wasn't going to the junior prom with me was because she didn't like my facial features. That scarred me deeply for a large portion of my life. And as you can tell, it still comes back every now and then. So initially, with the sound of this letter, I was immediately defensive. Cause, here this heifer done found her way to my radio show now. Now she still ain't liking me and facial features. I thought it was Annette Bibbs that wrote this letter, what it could be, cause she was fine then. She might still be fine. Anyway, I'm talking this low-down heifer done found her way to my radio show to remind me again. Oh, Lord.
Hang on. Part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, I don't like his features. We'll get into it, back into it, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Do you ever notice your floors still look dirty even after you mop? Power Mop gives you a deeper clean you can see and feel. Unlike stream mops, Swiffer Power Mop absorbs more dirt and locks it away even in hard-to-reach places like behind the toilet. The new micro scrubbers deliver thousands of tiny deep cleaning actions for results that look, smell, and feel clean. No more dirty floors. Try the Swiffer Power Mop. Love it or your money back.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter subject. I don't like his features.
All right, this fine chick used to be an underwear model in her 20s. She 41. She's still banging. A lot of men compliment, I believe all that. But she ain't really been having no luck. Men just want her for what she looks like. And this one guy she met finally took the time to get to know her. He's 44, 6'4", big brown eyes, not your usual type because he's not that handsome. I was trying to relate to the fact that this letter was originally about me, I thought, because a woman told me she didn't like my facial features one time. This letter is she don't like his features, which hurt me because I was never going to change how I look because we didn't have money for reconstructive surgery back in the days and we didn't even know what it was back then. So I was pretty much stuck like Chuck. So I've had to deal with that ongoing. And now just bringing it up to the fact that there's 3 of us men on this show fit into this category, except for Tommy. Tommy seems to think that he is handsome. And I just wanted to finally point out to Tommy, you're handsome if you were, like, as in hamster handsome, or gerbil.
Now you compare me to handsome. A rat? Are you serious?
Jimmy the Cricket handsome. The turtle on the wax commercial.
Curly Caller, Mississippi. Somebody
That's
jump in here.
No. They laughing.
Ain't nobody coming.
Yeah, Carla say because she's in agreement with
somebody jump in here now.
Mississippi. They jumped in. They're involved. Anyway, it was kind of awkward kissing him because he has a long pointed nose. But I learned how to work around it. We discussed hygiene early and must have heard me loud and clear. He started grooming his beard and his mustache better. He wears baggy sweats a lot when we out and about. When we go out, he's in jeans with a long button front shirt. Then you told the lady told him dressed like a teenager. He said he couldn't change everything about him. All right. So I let it go. Then I realized why he dressed like that, and I was discussing. 6 months of dating, they went on an anniversary trip, and she decided the perfect time to have some sex with this man. Well, she had never seen him with his shirt off or anything, and then when he took off his baggy sweats, all I saw was hips and a big booty. Now, he had a six-pack, small waist, hips curvier than mine. I could tell he was ashamed, so I tried to act like it wasn't a big deal. Now, Shirley explained to me what they mean by hips. That means that I've seen that on the man right there. Look like when they wasn't skinny. I've seen that. So I am very familiar with that right there. You lost all of us on the show with that. He's got a 6-pack, small waist, and hips curvier than mine. I've never seen that, so I don't know how to address that. I could tell he was ashamed, so I tried to act like it wasn't a big deal. It was so hard to be intimate with him. He could tell my vibe was off. I would imagine, because, you want to rub your man while he on you, but then you rub down there, and then, he got more booty than you got. Yeah. Got a nice little shape. And I don't know how you starting to feel back there, because both y'all rubbing on the same thing, and I'm trying to figure out how that's working for you. I don't know why it is. You ain't run across no love handle or nothing. You ain't run across no love handle just smooth, and all of a sudden he just curved out on you. Right.
Bam.
Like he got a fixer flat booty. Like he done been in line down in Atlanta and got it pumped up. High pressure. Anyway. She say the facial features are fine, but the hips and booty sent me over the edge. I already know your girl's gonna flip out if they find out. I know nobody's perfect, but I know this is a lot. Would I be shallow to dump him because of his feature? Well, let's talk about this for a minute, because the very reason that most men want you are simply because of your features. Here's a man who took the time to get to know you a little bit better, and now you've got some features about him you don't care for. Now, let's just admit something about myself, young lady. You're 41. You're into looks, very much so, and as are most people. That's not a knock. But you're into looks. You're into how you look. You're into how they look, what they think. And so what's going to happen is, because of peer pressure and your requirement for looks, you're going to dump him. That's what you're going to do. That's what you're going to do. And you could miss out on a really great man. You don't have to.
What?
Okay. Well, instead of going to the gym, got to go to the buffet.
We got to fatten it up?
Oh.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that 6-pack, dog.
Even it out.
You need a gut.
Balance.
You need some love handles. That's what you need. Now, I don't normally recommend this, but your got to get to the buffet. Because you got to sit there and you got to invest some time. Stop all this crunches and all this mess you doing at the gym. We ain't doing that no more. We going in here, we're going to get rid of this 6-pack. We'll get you a grown man's stomach and go on and work with it.
Grown.
Save your relationship.
All right.
Grown man's stomach.
Leave us your comments on today's Strawberry Letter on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM and Facebook. Check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand as well. Now, coming up next, it is Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.